Welcome back, my fellow primers. And for anyone new tuning into the channel, I'm Leo. This is State of Prime, your source for staying mentally, physically, and spiritually primed for any state. Okay, guys, how to stop overthinking. This is something that plagues us currently in our landscape today, and this has been the source of a lot of suffering. Now, we're going to keep this concise, simple, and applicable so that we can start diving into and staying primed, more importantly, mentally, so that we're not overthinking and we're not identifying. So before we stop it, we have to understand why. We have to have under and understanding. Why are we overthinking? So, okay, I'm going to give you a scenario, right, that I'm sure you can connect with. We all can, right? So being human, right, when we first started to be able to think, conceptualize, this is like a double-edged sword. It has benefits, but it also has, a negative side. Not bad, but it's the yin-yang, up-down. It's the aspect of it. So that's where the ego came into play, which is the identification with form. And so we started identifying with these thoughts that we would conceptualize. We started identifying and taking this on as our identity. So the first thing, when we're overthinking, it's usually because we're identified with these thoughts. It's like a rat. It's like a wheel, like a rat wheel, and it's like just spinning, and it's all these thoughts, but they're not conjunctional. They're not correlated. It's like, dang, I gotta pay the bill. Oh, Susie doesn't like me. Oh, and you know what? I haven't seen Taekwon in years. You see that whole train of thought? It went from bills to Susie to someone I haven't seen in years. All that in a span of literally, that's one thought. And you could see how debilitating and stressful that would be for the body, because see, these thoughts, they have physical applications. Not applications, but correlations. So when I think certain thoughts, it produces certain hormones within the body. So if I'm thinking about the bill, that's creating cortisol because I gotta go get moving to get that paid. Now I'm producing something associated with Susie. See, I'm not here in the present moment. So when it comes to overthinking, we have to ground ourselves and anchor ourselves in this present moment. And there's many ways to do this. One thing that I personally do is awareness exercises, meditation. There's one where I'll sit and I'll just feel my body. Now, all this different stuff, all these different modalities, guys, I'm not telling you that you got to go try all these different things. Don't be like me, okay? I did that years ago. I started reading, trying to do all these different things, and it was stressful. It only created more stress, right? Because I was trying to be a perfectionist. And so when it comes to overthinking, what you want to start with is asking, why are you overthinking? If you're aware of it, and also the awareness that you're overthinking. So if you're having these thoughts, right, let's say maybe you're stressed, maybe there's an undertone of anxiety, right? So addressing that first and foremost, and then addressing the stress, and then either expressing it to someone and going from there. If you find yourself overthinking, the awareness, that's really what's going to help. Is because even if you're not stressed, for a lot of us, and I can speak from this experience, a lot of it is habitual, meaning it's just happening. I could be driving, I could be doing something, and then now I'm just like processing thoughts in the background. Now, the way to eliminate this is through practice. And when I say practice, I mean awareness. Awareness that you're thinking. See, understanding that you're not your thoughts. Right? There's a space between each thought. That's the foundation is awareness. And that space That space between each thoughts is who you are. The unmanifested, the unidentified, the whole. You are not your thoughts. So as you start to at your awareness, as you start to practice being aware of that space and extending that space, right? And now the space between each thoughts, or each thought, it's filled with awareness. Now you're not thinking as much. Now this isn't to demonize thinking, guys, because thinking has its place. It's a tool. We wield it accordingly, right? But see, now once it starts wielding you, now you're identified, you're stressed, you're discombobulated, and you're not getting anywhere. You're either in the future or the past, not in this present moment. And see, awareness is such a foundational element to who you are. It is this present moment. There's no separation between this tree and me, the ground and this camera, the air and the sun. It's all one moment, continuously moving harmoniously together, right? It's this moment, this presence. Now, I'm not going to scientifically break this down and try to mentalize it, because you are it. You don't have to think about it. You got to be about it. So when it comes to overthinking, here's some applicationable steps that you can take that I've personally invested in and have helped me tremendously. Consistently writing down your thoughts so that you start to gauge some of these repetitional thoughts, right? You start to just really identify that. And also finding a practice throughout the day that is a part of your lifestyle where you sit and you just observe unbiasedly. As you do this, it's going to build that muscle, if you will, and over time it's going to get bigger and bigger. This isn't a simple pill here, take that, you'll be able to fix it. That's not how it works, guys. It's just not. You got to invest the time, the effort, and the awareness into building it. It's not hard though. It's who you are. The thoughts and all the extra stuff, that's baggage that we've, through this experience, we've loaded onto us. So with time, with patience and consistency, you're going to get to where you are. You're going to get to where you are. Not where you need to be. You're already at where you need to be. You are here where you need to be. It's what you got to let go of. You got to let go. Let go. So, overthinking. Awareness, being aware, writing out those thoughts, writing down what it is that you could be stressed about so that you can start to identify these patterns of thought, because they're neurologically ingrained, and so they'll keep playing over and over until the awareness, you observe it and you let it go. The second step is some type of awareness practice, whether it be meditation. For me, being in the woods is a powerful element that, I feel like it's great for anyone if you want to stay primed. Just being in the woods in general, you have to be observant. There's really no space for thinking. I do think, what I'm saying is it's a lot of awareness that goes into, you got to be observant of what's around you. So maybe get into the woods, get in the closet, maybe sit outside with a glass of tea, wherever floats your boat. Just make sure that it's awareness and you're taking that time on a clock, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, to just observe. Now, guys, that's it for today's video. If you made it this far, thank you, and I appreciate you tuning in to see how you can stop overthinking and just some of my experiences with this process. If you enjoyed the video and you like to support, join the tribe, support the cause, all of that is down in the description below. My fellow primers, until the next one, stay primed, and I'll talk to you soon.